Well, we're back at an ever-expanding Spire Motorsports, and part of that expansion is Carson Hocevar in 2024. And Carson, how excited are you to get your full rookie season started off at Daytona?
Yeah, I'm really excited. We got a little bit of a taste of it at the Clash, but like you said, forever expanding. It seems it just continues to keep growing. This team and this organization. Last year they had 2 Cup cars and a truck that was out of Bono's garage, and now it's in one of the most iconic buildings here. Last 10 years, it seems, in North Carolina, with 3 Cup cars and 4 trucks. So it's pretty huge, and I'm just excited to get going and see what we can really do. And there's a lot of expectations, there's a lot of question marks. Just be really good to get on the racetrack and figure out what we really have and how we can keep improving. Yeah, there's I wasn't sure at the beginning of the year I'd ever see a Cup car. My original schedule was no Cup cars, no racing, and at the end of it I had 8 or 9, which is about unheard of nowadays, which is super cool that it just really snowballed. Just the opportunity at Gateway snowballed. The preparation the year prior with all the sim work and working really closely with Josh Wise and the people over at Trackhouse, and now working really closely with the Hendrick Group. And super cool that this building now has ties to both. I've seen a little bit of both organizations. I've seen how Legacy performs, and obviously Spire. So I've worked almost with 4 different Cup teams before even my rookie year, which is just only going to be a tip of my cap of just how the big teams, but then also too how the little teams work. And this little team's getting a little bigger, it seems like, by the day.
I've heard a lot of people say, I think even you said, boy, this current Cup car is a lot more like a late model than maybe an old one was.
Yeah, it's definitely closer. Obviously there's definitely some big differences, but for how quick it reacts, it's got a rack and just all this other stuff. It's getting closer, which is huge. And I think that's why you see, William Byron was really good last year, and he ran a lot more super races. And I don't think that's a coincidence by any means. Obviously those guys are really good, but even when they go super racing, at least when I do, I think it helps a lot more than you normally think about, the old style Cup car.
What do you think coming to the green for that first Daytona 500 is going to feel like? Can you kind of compartmentalize it, or when you get moments like that, do you try to at least soak it in before you have to get to business?
I think the soak in part will be before I put the helmet on. Like everybody in racing, or at least the really, really good guys, you put the helmet on, you become a different person. That's how you can tell who's really going to make it or not. And I think that's, once I get the helmet on, I'm forget I'm even running around for the 500. It's going to feel like it's, always felt it's just super speedway. It's not even just Daytona, where you have all the 500,000 people, it seems like, in the infield and there and around, meeting more people than you're not. Every family member's calling to be able to go to this one. Every sponsor's coming, every potential sponsor's there. If you're going to meet anybody throughout the years, you're going to meet them all at Daytona, and then you see them later throughout the year. So I think that one's going to be the potentially overwhelming, man, we really made it, this is surreal. But then we put the helmet on, it's just another race. I know there's definitely a competition within the building on the racetrack. I think all 3 of us on the Cup side, we had a really big team meeting here. There's a lot of big goals, especially for the truck side. They obviously expect to win races and win a championship, but for the Cup side, I think all 3 of us know how much all these companies and Spire themselves have invested. And number one, all 3 of us want to perform and make sure, and more so be the one to step up to the plate. But all 3 of us, I know, are wanting to be that guy, and hopefully all 3 of us can be really close while doing that.